This video is on how to change out your bowstrings, and this particular bow is a Martin Firecat. And when you change out your strings, you want to start off by using a bow square, and especially if you're going to keep the arrow rest the same, go ahead and measure where the arrow nock or loop would be. And after that, you want to carefully open up your package of strings, and you always want to get a good high quality set of strings, and that's half the battle of getting your bow to retune correctly. And these strings here came from Extreme Bowstrings. They are the new Astro Flight material that has come out this year. And you always want to make sure too that on your press, make sure your press is set up to handle the bow design that you're going to be working with. Now this press here is an easy press, but there's other presses on the market that work just as well. The strings from Extreme Bowstrings always come with a string divider in the center of them, and that'll always be towards the top of the string. And what you want to do is just take enough tension off your limbs to release your string. And always do one string at a time, and you'll follow your string, or chase it around is what I call it. This way here you don't have any confusion as to where everything goes. And one thing nice with the strings from Extreme Bowstrings, they are all the loops are served, and they are very, very tight. There we go. There's our string. And this here, if we were going to put a peep sight in, is where the peep sight would go. And since we're not putting a peep sight in, we will just carefully take that out of there. Now we'll work on the cables. Now this one has a roller guard system on it, so when you take one cable off, you want to make sure to match up the cable that would go back in its location. So we'll finish pulling this cable off here quickly. And then we'll match it up with the new cables. And these strings are always paper clipped too, so you want to make sure that you just don't unpaper clip them, and that way you don't have your twist come undone. And here we go. Here's the cable we need. And if you undo them one at a time, especially like on this particular model here with the roller guard, or even with just a regular cable slide too, you know exactly which side it goes on. Just pull through there. And one thing too, if you'd notice, I've adjusted the bow press a couple times in reloosening it, and that's because the cables and the string that were on it were stretched out. And when they stretch out, the axle length gets longer, you lose poundage, and you lose performance on your bow. And now our bow, when we're all done here, it's going to have our poundage back to where it should be. The axle is going to be closer to where it should be. Now there still might be a little tuning issue before we're all done. There's a lot less tuning issues with a good high quality set of strings, so there we go. And we are almost done. Other than just making a couple simple little adjustments. Check to make sure all our strings are in nice and tight where they belong. There we go. And now you always want to relax the tension nice and easy on your press and make sure that everything is in its right track. There. Just like that. And now you can see there's a gap here now, as before it was touching. And we have our string loops all in our pegs. And you can see they follow the track around. How nice and easy that was. The center serving for the roller guard is all nicely and tight served, and you can see the different locations of it. And that'll change as the bow is drawn too, because this cable here will actually pull downwards and it'll be protected so it won't get cut. And we are all done. And this is a dual cam bow, and we'll make a video a little bit later on how to do a dual cam bow. Well, this is the one with 2 control cables. We'll do one at another time with a 2 bus cables or a solo cam unit when one of them comes in. And thank you for watching this video, and I hope it is very helpful for you when you go to change your string out on your bow.